Hey there, this is Marissa with Marissa Moments, Apple. So that's just me setting an intention. Here's what I received for you. There's a lot of us out here who are surrounded by trauma traders. Now, let me get into that so you can understand confirmation before I even get into it. So you go into a conversation and people start talking about their wounds, their aches, their pains, the bills that are due, having a flat tire, their exhaustion, how they are on new medication, how they don't like their job. Shall I go on? Right? Now, typically we might refer to these individuals as like energy vampires or something like that. But what I received to share with you is that they're just trauma traders. How spirit shows it to me, how God shows it to me, is almost like someone playing like Dungeons and Dragons. Now, I'm not familiar with the game. I don't know how it works or anything like that, but that's just what I see. That's what I receive, right? So it's almost like one person puts down the card, yeah, this happened to me. And then someone else looks at their deck and they're just like, oh, how can I beat that? How can I beat that? And bam, okay, now let me tell you what else happened, right? I see you and I raise you, right? And so what it is that you keep wondering why you're so exhausted, why you can never get things done, why you don't feel like you're ascending, why you don't feel like you're achieving your goals, your visions, your manifestations, anything like that. Well, it's because you're surrounded by trauma traders. Not only that, you've become a trauma trader, right? You might be the baby version, but you're being brought up through the ranks because that's all you're surrounding yourself with. Now, if you want to know if you're surrounded by trauma traders, all you have to do is have a conversation where you start to introduce something positive, right? Something good that happened in your life, and watch how that conversation shifts. They're either going to get like really, all of a sudden their energy starts to deplete and deflate, and they no longer have any real interest in carrying on that conversation, and or they actually manage to have this supernatural power, right, where they can take your blessing, take that positive thing that you're talking about and spin it into something negative, right? Oh yeah, I know somebody else who did that, but it turned out this way. Like the proverbial Debbie Downers of the world. We're referring to them as trauma traders. That is exactly the phrase that Spirit has given me, so that's what I'm sharing with you. The bottom line to this bottom line, and the reason why I'm sharing it, is because you feel like you're exhausted. You have to assess the people that you are surrounding yourself with. Who are you having conversations with? Who are you sharing your blessings with? Or do you find yourself only sharing like the negative things, the aches, the pains, the burdens, all of those things? Because as I've said 1,002 times, and I will continue to say it until Spirit, God, Gaia changes the narrative, is that your energy goes where attention flows, or attention goes where energy flows, whatever. You know the phrase. The bottom line is, whatever you're speaking on, regardless of if it's true or not, whatever you are giving the most attention to, verbally, mentally, physically, etc., is what you are telling the world that you want to continue. Do not walk down a path if you do not want to get to the destination at the end of that road. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Only place negativity is going to get to you is to more negativity. I'm not saying you have to have false positivity. I know my shirt says good vibes only. We're not really subscribing to that all the way, right? Because we also can acknowledge that bad things do. However, we just don't allow them to dictate our existence and our future, right? We take control over these situations. Yes, we pause so that we can feel it, so we can heal it, so that we can process it. But if that is all we give attention to, that is all we're going to know, and that's all we're going to continue to do. So apply action to this. Assess, then take action. And that's it. Tomato.